pressure, expectations, and finding out what you're made of. All of those things come into play when you have a top 5 showdown at this point in the season. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Wolverines will kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Aurora. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Back has it. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. Grab near the sticks. It's Riggs. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. To the air on first down. Unloads it left. Had it in his hands, and he dropped stopped it. Thought he had another big play and interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, he'll throw it. Makes the grab. It's Riggs. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the Big House. Just keep slinging it. Makes the grab. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. You reach this portion of the season, in games like this, top 5 showdown can really energize you, not to mention helping your playoff positioning down the road.
Yes, you can. You can make these big statement games. And listen, middle of the season, you kind of get in a lull, Jesse, where you kind of get used to playing and the new wore off a little bit. But when you got a top 5 matchup and something to prove, you bring that extra juice.
You're right. And if you play well in this game, you can ride that momentum down the stretch in November when those games really start to matter. But this is a big one right here. Lots of implications on the line.
Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. They'll start this drive going to the air. Working that left side now. Creates a little space. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Quarterback keeps it. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. They're in that prime spot right now inside their conference. They've got to keep playing well.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
And the Wolverines have it in scoring position on first and goal. Go straight ahead. Max going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. State sends the offense back onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive.
Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. And when you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Got the quick pass. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Wants to go up top on first down. With the catch, it's Riggs. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
The Nittany Lions want to move quickly. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Looking for the score. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Penn State. Looking for the tie with the extra point. If he doesn't get you with his arm, he'll get you with his legs, or he might get you with both of them.
It stinks, man. Having to defend a guy like this that just, you think you're going to get him in the pocket. You got to play the first play where he might be throwing the ball from the pocket, and then he scrambles, and now you're defending the run and the throw down the field. It's kind of like rush hour back in the day. Which one of y'all kicked me?
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And we've called his name a lot, and that's interception number 6. That's 6. He just continues to find ways to find the football and make plays for this defense.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Quick completion on the out route. Stop just inside the 25. Will mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Caught. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. Power football with the run. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. They'll go right back to him. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid... turn on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really nice job by the cornerback. Hey, a lot of cornerbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, yeah, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
This crowd knows when to bring it. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range. You're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man. Everybody on an island. Everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And with that, they've taken the lead. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So here comes the Michigan offense. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Leaves it with the back. Turning it on! And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
You talk about creating big plays in the running game like this. This makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
The Wolverines come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll give it to him again.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Looking down the middle. And his first throw here is incomplete.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. From the gun, wants to pass. Soft spot in the middle. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And the Wolverines are marching down the field. The inside handoff. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
The Wolverines really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down.
Now, a 4th down.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And guys, after that field goal, brand new ball game, all tied up.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They think there's room to run to the right here. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Now the play fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Under fire. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wants to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
And the Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. It'll be third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He'll take the deep shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
They're going to send out the field goal unit, and that kicker will have to launch a rocket. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The Wolverines will punt it away on 4th down. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Floating away. Blasted as he lets it go. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that process. So nice job on the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
And back to the air on 2nd down. Looking for a huge play. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to throw, time running short in the half. Rifles it down the middle. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on third and long. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Nittany Lions will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Running back searching for a hole. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Quickly to the tight end. Tackled at the 45 after the 5-yard play. It's enough for the first down.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. That had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? So now it's second and long.
On the ready. Here we go, here we go.
Wants to go up top. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Give to the running back. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverine.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Extra point here will tie the game. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He makes a catch. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. But moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
The Nittany Lions will try to pick it up on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. You just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Quickly complete. Breaks into the open. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They'll go to the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Flicking to fire. He's taking the shot. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The give to the back. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
They lost ground on first down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. Quarterback making checks.
He's got 2. He's got 2.
They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
The 8th play of the drive coming. You'd hate to settle for a field goal. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
Man, they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes, but 4th and short. Now, decision time, baby.
Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to go up top on first down. And to get rid of it quickly. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. To the air on 2nd down. Finds his target down the middle. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Looking to throw for it. Firing to the right, complete. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up fourth down.
Looking for a deep man. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
You know, you always talk about risk-reward. Gambling and going for it with the lead on fourth down right there and getting it, the reward could be winning the game. That was an unbelievable play. And how about this coaching staff put
a shot toward the end zone. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. And he's shown the ability.
There he goes. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Under fire. Oh, look out, the ball's free. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Now third and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Here comes the Heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And you usually don't bring in dime packages for running teams. You bring in dimes because you know they're going to throw the football. You got more speed on the back end to cover. Defensive linemen know they have their job to do. And their job is to go get that quarterback and get that sucker on the ground.
Well, that's a huge kick right there because now the opponent has to score a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. That put so much pressure on the opponent now. Nice job by the special teams going out and executing in a big moment.
And he's not going to take the touchback. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. the Michigan offense back on the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Complete downfield. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. He unleashed that one. Some serious spin rates, some revolutions on that one.
Want to talk about velocity? How about the arm talent this kid has? I love watching him throw these curl routes. He's in rhythm, he takes his steps, and man, when he decides to pull the trigger, watch out.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and come.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He fires a bullet to the right. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Nowhere to go with the ball and down. He goes at the 39. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. With the catch, it's Riggs. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down.
Well, after that incompletion, it's decision time now for the head coach. You've got to lead. The game's close. Are you going to punt the ball away and count on your defense to win this thing, or do you have the confidence in your quarterback to make one more throw to win you this game?
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Fighting off the defender. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Going to swing it on second down. He wants a big play here late. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense. And I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go, so you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play.
He's going for it all. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
When you're down late in the game, you got to make plays. It's really tough not to force the football. You could tell quarterback forces the football. Defense comes up with a huge interception.
Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. On third down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Bears the pressure. Takes a hit as he fires.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
They kick it away on fourth down. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. They go to the ground. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Dropping back, it's Quinn. Right on the money. Tremendous awareness to get what he could and get out of bounds, and now the offense trying to score one late.
That is a Herculean effort. He caught the ball in the middle of the field and somehow was able to use his speed and his vision and awareness and still get out of bounds to stop the clock.
4-2 Spider.
Looking downfield on first down. Got his man. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Complete. Oh, he's got some space. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down, stops the clock, and has them on the move trying to get the late score. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete to the right. Great job in this 2-minute drill as he gets out of bounds, keeping the clock on their side as they're trying to pull it out.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock. That just can't happen.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. The Wolverines have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking for a man. It's Quinn. He'll take a shot. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. Great job by the defense, not closing the door completely, but stopping the momentum late in the game when you already got a lead. Nice job, D.
The great Nick Saban often says players often respond better to losses. They listen more than they do if they're getting away with things in wins. So maybe this is an opportunity to recalibrate.
I think you take it first and you internalize it and you get upset because obviously the goal was to win the game. But you've also got to flip the switch really quickly, Jesse, and say, okay, what do I need to work on? Because I only got one loss.